Beautiful day, everybody. Welcome back to Cars 924. My name is Kazama Tanre, and today I bring you back with an amazing special review. So just before we start with this review, guys, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications to be alerted when a new video drops, and share this video with your friends and family to make this channel go bigger and bigger. You know what time it is.
Curious, maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show. What's so curious? Maybe you should take it slow.
Straight off the bat, I have to say this is definitely one of my dream cars. The Nissan GTR is undoubtedly a monster and one of the greatest cars to ever come out of Japan. Given the name Godzilla, it surely does live up to its name. Not on the front, actually, just wow, that's what I actually have to say. But being serious here, starting out on the front, as always, the front does definitely look very intimidating and menacing. I'm a big fan of the naked ducts on the bonnet here, as you can see, finished out in black, and the black headlights as well. And then the GTR badge wins me over every single time. I'm really in love with that. And then we've got our black front splitter here at the bottom. This is a complete piece, guys. The one thing that I really love about the Nissan GTR on the side is definitely the roof design, because the roof kind of looks like it ends where the front windscreen starts, right at the top. I mean, like, that's a really cool design element. And then as you can see on the side here, we've got our GTR badging, and then the wheels finished off in this gunmetal grey 21-inch wheels, and then we've got the carbon ceramic brakes inside of them, and then we've got this orange goldish type of finish to it on the brake calipers. Yes, first thing I'll speak about are the rear tail lights. Such an icon in the automotive world, as you can see. And then a not too big and a not too small rear wing. It's just right with the rear brake light integrated into it. And then, oh my word, would you look at these exhausts, quad tip exhausts, as you can clearly see that, guys, these make a sweet symphony. And then we've got our carbon fiber rear diffuser with a rain light at the back. That's just so awesome. I mean, like, look. So then, guys, I would want for you just to take it in, look at the masterpiece, and just enjoy the view. Okay, I think we've had enough now. So engine specs, this is a 3.8 liter twin turbocharged V6 producing 406 kilowatts and 628 newton meters of torque. The average fuel economy on these cars is about 14.3 liters to the 100, so it definitely does drink with 2 straws. And then for a sprint from 0 to 100 will take you 3 seconds flat. And then there's been some testing on YouTube with some individuals taking this car down to 2.7 seconds. Now that's amazing. Oh, and you can actually see the person who built your engine, and I'm not going to try and pronounce that name. First thing I must say, I do like the jewel tone colors in the interior, the seats, the steering wheel, and including the door as well. So then the steering wheel, as you can see, we've got the perforated leather on either sides of the steering wheel, and then on top we've got this red type of finish to it. I really like the colors, they really complement the steering wheel really well. And then we've got the media controls integrated onto the steering wheel, and including the cruise control buttons and all that kind of stuff. And then we've got the paddle shifters here, which will actually enable us to manually shift the gears and all of that. And then ahead of us, as you can see, we've got the traditional needle speedometer and the rev counter gauges. And then as you can see, these ones this one is specifically for your fuel gauge, and then the other one is for your temperature, and then the other one just displays like your gears and all of that stuff, showing like the type of gear that you're in. The center console, we have the screen which can actually display, you know, our ordinary stuff like the radio and all of that, and then you can actually set it to show different gauges electronically, like the boost gauge, the G meter, the horsepower gauge, and cool things you actually wouldn't see on most supercars. And then this section here specifically is here for the radio, and then below that is the climate control system. Is it easy to use? Okay, it actually kind of is, but it will get some getting used to and spending more time with the car. for you to actually get familiar with the control. And then these switches here for the suspension and that sort of stuff, and for individually configuring your driving modes between sport, normal, and depending on how you actually want to drive. And then here over here, as you can see, we've got our gear lever, and then we've got a plug for sound by Bose, and then we've got a start stop engine button, our 2 cup holders, and then we've got some storage space here. Is it big? Not really, but it'll definitely do. And then if you're talking about the dashboard, yeah, there is actually quite a lot of space. For speaking about rear seats, they look quite cool, and then as you can see, we've got the speakers right here in the middle, and 1 cup holder, and like seating arrangements. Is it going to be comfortable? No, not long term, but like short term, just having a wild blast in the Nissan GTR would be perfect. But I mean, like for long term journeys and all of that, that wouldn't be advisable. But overall at the back, it really looks neat. I really like it. If we're talking about practicality, then this supercar, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely practical. It offers 249 liters of boot space, and that's a lot considering that this is a supercar, and normally supercars don't offer a lot of practicality. Now that's sweet, man. The Nissan GTR is my all-time favorite supercar, and it definitely did bring smiles on my face, and it gets a massive big thumbs up from me. The overall exterior of the design is impeccable, and the interior is something I've truly fallen in love with. Surprisingly, it did shock me today. It turns out it is a practical supercar.